Savani Music.
Hi guys, welcome to BTM Afrika. NY DJ here, as always bringing you all the exciting conversations, all the interviews that you love to listen to and watch. Today, another exciting one coming your way. This is a brother who is always here once there's a new project. And of course, typically you have him before the project is released, but this time around, he's here right after the project is released. His name is Kojo. That's Kojo Q, and he joins me on BTM Afrika. He has a new project out, and we are going to delve into it. This is more like a very exclusive one to know everything about this particular project. Welcome to BTM Afrika. Let's get it going. All right, guys, so I told you Kojo Q is my guest. Kale.
Nana.
Akwaba.
Nana. Where there? On say yeah, Bianca, and started. Started with her na BBA flow say, but I'm said this year na nyame no. Oh, no penalty when I also say be say. So, Charlie, I'm happy to be back here again.
Yeah.
And before we are home 2 years.
This time they are here. They've been stubborn, but to be ending. Also, we buy uns on make.
I say yeah.
I'm to make a come
and
drink.
I'm going biscuits now in there, yeah. And actually.
But I mean, like you said, the last time we saw on this channel was just like 2 years ago. But in between, there's been things happening. The last time we spoke, that was when you had dropped a new project. In between, like I said, things have happened. Let's take it back 2 years ago till now. Just break it down. Give us a summary. What's been happening?
Yeah. So I think the project we spoke about was I'm Back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After I'm Back, a lot of my focus has been on my distribution company, Rain Labs. We're just trying to set it up and get a major partnership with a major label.
Okay.
And God being so good, by the end of last year, we were able to close something with Virgin Music. Yeah, and so that's also gave me time to work on this project because this project has been, it has been a long time coming. But I needed to make sure that things were in place, yeah.
So this project has taken like 2 years. It's been in the works for like 2 years.
Longer. Because it started in 2020, then a lot happened. Then, I put it to the side. But I picked it back up again after I'm back.
Okay.
So the majority of it like 2 years, but some of it also all the way in 2020 as well.
I mean, you told us something happened, obviously, that made you put that to the side. There were conversations you had been in interviews where you talked about having to deal with some mental health issues and, depression and all that. Yes, you might have spoken about it elsewhere, but you just want to give us, how did that impact this new project? I mean, coming out of that and all that.
Yeah. It gave me a whole new perspective. It even gave me direction for where the project was going to go. Because I already knew that I always knew I was going to make this project, but it had a different direction.
Okay.
Until my trials and, tribulations and whatnot. And
you know something, I'm happy that you speak of it now and laugh about it.
Yeah. You there, so you know that, yeah. To be able to speak about it and, not have tears but have laughter, it's a big thing. So we thank God for it. But it changed the whole direction of the project. And it's what made it a Bantama Story. It's what has made it a project about my life and about building it up to a certain place, yeah.
Interesting. Now, we'll look at this new project, but prior to that, you had actually set out, you shared a flyer, or should I say an artwork on social media. It was more of Bantama. You could see the areas and different areas you have lived.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was going to have an influence on the project. That was perhaps going to be the album cover or something. What was that?
Yeah. It's a map of the places that the different places that I was raised in Kumasi.
Okay.
It's also like the setting for where a bulk of the album happens. Yeah. We have a separate experience for that. We have a whole website built like that.
Okay.
Where you can go from place to place on the map and then you hear the songs that were made over there, but then you also, there are other things that you can interact with as well. Yeah, so that's coming up. But the cover had to be, had to be super personal, had to be something different. So, I had to put the old lady on there.
We talk about the old lady. I know she's had that super influence on your life and all that, but the album itself, KANI, people have said it's KANI, others have said it's KANI, others have said KANI. What is it?
KANI.
KANI.
Like Akani, KANI,
Yes.
KANI, like the first, yeah. It's the middle name that my father gave me.
Oh.
Yeah, but my father was not around. So when I went to school and I was writing the name, I spelt it KENNY, like Kenny.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kenny. And then the teachers were like, Kenny, they say a short for Kennedy.
Yeah.
I know I'm changing no more Kennedy. And if papa, I know actually be see you cry every. So here you did, I know like Eddie Kennedy too. And then people go to the and Kennedy ready. I'm like, I said Kenny, short
form
for Kennedy. I said, I did am the man, yes, sir. And all the body in I try me. And it's such a nice name. Like I think out of all the names that I have, it's the one that I don't have that I love.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep that I love the most. And this project for me, a Bantama Story is like side A. There's a side B that makes the choice of the title,
album title, complete.
Yeah, because it's like the whole project together is like a rediscovery of myself, like a reclaiming of who I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to put that there. Yeah.
That makes it very personal.
It's super personal. It's a super personal project.
Let's look at the rollout. I think one of the beautiful rollouts I've seen in a long while.
That's
like when I saw the rollouts, the artworks, the videos and all that, a lot of thinking might have gone into this.
Yeah. Shout outs to Echo Fori and the Free Jacket Creative Agency, as well as David Clay of Gold River. And that's my team. Echo, I make all my projects with him. He's my creative director.
Okay.
And that's his agency. And Clay, of course, my manager. So it's a joint effort of people thinking about. Most of the time people see this, they think it's the artist. It's a joint effort of all the creatives that are coming together and thinking what is the best possible way to roll this out. So we actually shot the announcement video. I mean, you there, So we shot it in Bantama.
Yeah.
Some parts of it are in my father's family house, the house that I grew up in.
Okay.
As well. Yeah. And then the way we decided to roll out the whole thing, to have like a movie style, because it's a narrative. The album is a narrative. Yeah. So shout outs to them. I'm a fans. My jam, I'm dear. My jam I'm fans. Yeah.
But I mean, let's look at beyond that video, the artworks, the flyers, like, almost every detail on there. This is something you hardly experience with us. I mean, when I talk about us, I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
But what went into that? I mean, yes, you could have just put together maybe some fonts and just type their titles and all that. But so much still went into that.
Yeah. That's also, when it comes to the execution, especially of the artworks and stuff, that's Godfred of Ripe Organic. Yeah, he handles all of my graphic design things. Once we come up with the direction and whatever, he takes it and then he interprets it into the best possible whatever. And, attention to detail is, but I grew up in an era where, especially for hip hop, things were drawn out and experiences,
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, whenever I'm putting out a project, I try to make not just the project, but the lead up to the project also an experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what we've tried to do with this as well.
Now the project is out, 17-track project. Why 17? Numbers mean a lot to people. So 17, does it also mean something, or just like, listen, these were the songs we have available for the project, so let's do this? Yeah,
I think that we cut like maybe 3 songs out. Yeah, but I mostly like multiples of 3, but
Okay.
for this project, because all my projects are either 12 or 15. But for this project, we couldn't. We were telling a story, and we just couldn't cut it to that without feeling like some of the soul of the project has left. So the project decided that they wanted, to be 17.
17.
Yeah, the project now cast Charlie. So Charlie, I hope that when people get into it, they understand why it's like that. Yeah.
For a lot of people, this might sound cliche. The people you have on the project, you have AC, who's a regular collaborator. He's more like a brother to you. You have some new voices as well. I mean, when I heard some of them, I was like, whoa, are these people Ghanaians? Are they also around? And you told me one was Nigerian and all that.
Yeah.
How did you scout these people, and how did you feel they could be a part of your story? I've spoken to Kofi Kinata on the same show, who tells me that he hardly features others because he works spontaneously, like it could happen anytime. And then again, because most of his songs are his own stories, he feels he can tell them better than someone else, the emotions and everything. How are you able to get these people to feel how you feel, especially when this album is very personal?
Yeah. So I'm like Kinata in a way. So if you pay attention, there are hardly rap features. Because I do all the rap, right? If I appreciated my own singing, maybe I probably won't have a lot of people on the projects like Kinata as well.
Okay.
Because it's my story, and most of the time, by the time I realize I've told all of it and there's no space for nothing else. But for me, I am a music nerd. I like discovering new music. Like you did like that. You understand? You like hearing something that nobody has heard that's like beautiful.
Exactly.
Whether the person is big or not, and they have a certain energy. So whenever I'm making projects, I think of all the new music, all the people that I've been introduced to that I enjoy, and they're always at the back of my mind. And if a song decides, because it's the songs that decide, if a song decides that, the way things they build, this person might be great for it, I reach out to them. No matter how big or small they are, I reach out to them. And then I send them the song with my parts already done so that they understand where I'm trying to take it. Okay. Sometimes I explain, the concepts even more into detail. And then they decide whether or not it's a story they can connect to and deliver.
Okay.
Or, because I've sent stuff to people that are like, Charlie, I love it, but
I can't connect.
Yeah, but other, God being so good for most people to, when you send it to them, they're like, Charlie. Then they connect on that level. Yeah.
Let's look at the very first single, Fruit of the Womb, that features J. Smith. When I heard it, I was like, whoa, who is this guy?
Yeah. He's a Nigerian artist who lives in Dubai.
Okay.
Incredible. Like the first time I heard the tone of the voice. You understand? Yeah. The first time I heard it, I was like, yo. So this song was done. It was done, and I was like, nah, I need to, I feel like there's an energy he can add to the beginning. And then I sent it to him to see if it was something that he will be interested in, and, he also could connect to it. Yeah.
I mean, people have seen the track list already. I'm sure they are streaming it and enjoying it already. But every creative obviously loves, their project. For you, the whole album tells a story. It'll be difficult to say, pick that, or give me your best. But if we are supposed to take this particular project, and I say, could you pick your top 5? I'm sure if we put it out there, ask people to pick their top 5.
Everyone will have different.
Exactly. They'll all have different one because they might be able to relate to each story in a different way. It's a complete project that tells your story. If I should push you to the wall and say, could you pick your top 5 of this particular project?
Yeah, I think of the projects in blocks.
Okay.
So I think like for maybe every block I could have like one thing over there. Definitely Fruit of the Womb. I think it's a perfect opening song. It might be, for the people that can relate to what I'm saying on there, it might be even hard for them to get past it because, it's emotional. And then definitely go That's the Last Song because of, what it means to me.
Yeah.
It's super personal, Even though I can't listen to it as much, it's still one of the, moments. I think I'll pick Abrantia as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just because the beat is is super interesting, but also the stories in there, you know, if you were a Kobola as a kid, you know, that's one of the, one of the things that, is going to remind you of.
Okay.
And then, Tontonte.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tontonte, because Charlie, just having an Ofriamposa on a song is who are missing Kano.
I'm just imagining how did that collaboration even come about? I mean, with Oforiamponsa.
Charlie, it be P where he do or make a talk like that. Yeah, P Weasel.
Okay.
You know, like all praise to P Weasel. Because I had not met Ofori or anything. He works with P Weasel on a bunch of stuff. But I told P like Charlie, I go love work with him, and I have something. I already knew what I wanted him to do on it. Okay. Yeah, I already knew that. Even before the song was made, I already knew this was the song. And I already knew it was going to be RDJ and him. Okay. Yeah, but it was like, Charlie, how do I
get to him?
Yeah, and I said, you understand? And so Pee Wee was the one that I sent it to him. He followed up with him. When he heard it, he also loved it. And Pee Wee even, the initial direction I gave, because I didn't give any direction apart from Mr. Nadio. The baby for settle no man. Or per crown but for settle they also yeah, but Pee Wee also made him do a bunch of hooks that in the end. You know, the Riasia Bravo, Pee was the one that made him do add that as well, and then it took the song to a whole nother level. And RDJ too, like Charlie. Crazy chap. A friend of mine who also raps, Kokusi put me on RS music. Yeah, Kokusi put me on RS music. And when I heard, he has this song called Atinga. When I heard it, I was like, So when I did my parts, the rest was all prayers. Like, Charlie, I'm hoping that when it gets to them, it touches them. Yeah, and then I'm glad that it touched him in that way as well. And that was the very first single you dropped off the project. Yeah, I dropped the Onipa Hiamwa with AEC first. Yes. Yeah, but this was the official first single project. Because when we dropped Onipa Hiamwa, people didn't even know an album was coming or anything. It's just But so you've taken us through that particular single. I mean, you've told us the songs or your top 5 of those songs. I really want us to break them down. Like, I know we can't really play all the songs here, but I really want us to break them down. Let's take it from Fruit of the Womb. Let's break it down. Yeah. So, Fruit of the Womb is growing up to finally be. Me share me Bantama and senior fifi na say me listen to 2 albums. Yeah, so Fruit of the Womb is that story. Like, I feel when you understand. So, mommy, sika or spend the school year way. So I feel where you school. It's your turn to also give back. Yeah, pay it forward. But then the situation as you grow, Charlie, all the ideas you had, all the dreams you had, all the things that you thought you're going to connect, so that you will show, this person just how much you care about them, just how much you love them, and just how much you want to give back for what they've poured into you. Charlie, I didn't click it. You realize that it's not as easy as you thought. Yes, and click it. And even though the person is not like on your neck demanding those things, the person is not asking for those things. Still who say, I just say, Charlie, didn't want no say there say, So that's really what Fruit of the Womb is about. It's about just reflecting about that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can actually relate because, growing up, you obviously go through that. You go and you're done with university. Maybe while you're national service, you are now starting work. Because salary, you wish you could actually take care of mom and dad or something, but scanning back. You even have to move out of home and you're thinking, 2 years, no account, and that's how come landlord. Charlie. So you don't really have anything to even support family. Control. No. Yeah. And then no crown CB now could CB crown. Exactly. And I think car boy be a car and I'm no. Toyota Vestim kwa. Say this is a top on common. Yeah, no hint and the end tofu. Yeah. But no crap on corner baby. Charlie, where did he? A bicycle. Charlie Buzanga. Yeah. Buzanga. Yeah, the Ananti. Now, so that's one out of the 5 that you've chosen. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. Which one is Abrantier? Yeah. So Abrantier is it's documenting being, around that JSS age, when you finally start as a old mama, and you start like leaving and then, going outside. Oh, boko kakra, you understand? So Abrante is a story I'm telling about when I moved to live with my grandmother fresh in Bantama, and the freedom over there was way more than when I was living with my mom, and just like having this whole world to play with, ball so we are Chinese film or Abolon Shua, the Kaishika Barrio Volley,
exactly.
Like just detailing that and then connecting it to how when I was doing that, the older people were complaining about me doing that. And then now that I am old, when I see the kids also doing what they are doing, I also complain. I'm like, Charlie, leave them and let them discover life for themselves.
So that's more like a circle, like,
it's a circle. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you think that Gen Zs and Gen Alphas can relate to that? Or maybe that would be for us.
Yeah, I think it's for us. The first two verses especially are for us. But I think by the time they get to the last verse, because the last verse might be how they are feeling.
Yeah.
You understand? It's like, Charlie. And the hook is like, munyame na me more my life. Branti amesi so. Me hunsi so me di memre munyame na me more my life.
You're chopping your time.
I understand. Yeah. Like you have your time. I'm also. So I think on that level they can connect. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 tracks. I mean, first one, obviously the first single, that is Fruit of the Womb. And then the second one is Abrante, that's track 6 of the project. We've broken down 2, 3 more, and we move on to what's next. Let's look at the third track.
Okay. So I will say, I think I didn't pick, I picked 4 before. So I think that the next one that I'll pick is F176.
Okay, that's track 10.
Track 10. F176. It's the house number of the house that I lived in Bukom Estate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Bantama formed my childhood, Bukom Estate is like my teen years, Bukom Estate is the reason, it's the major reason I am the way I am now, where I am more cerebral, I am more because Bantama they outside.
Yeah, we outside.
Yeah. So what happened was my grandmother died, and so I had to move back. All of that is told in the album
story,
as well. Yeah. So I had to move back to go live with my mom in Bukom Estate, and I'm moving from the setting of Bantama where because plenty compound houses, so. The kids plenty, everywhere you pass, you can have fun, you can play with people. To Bukom Estate where everybody's kind of indoors.
It's more like an estate.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, everybody there inside. And my mom will leave for work like very early in the morning. And then by the time she'll come back safe, I'm asleep. And I had there was nobody else in the house. Like the whole house is just me. It was just my cousins also lived down the block, but they weren't always home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just the experience of coming from a place where you had no privacy at all, and there was always somebody around, to coming to this place where it's always just you and maybe books and stuff, and just documenting that.
That's F176. When last did you visit that place?
I think I took before we did the map thing, I took the team around the places. Yeah, so I think that was the last time that we went there. The wall actually still has, because I'm a plaster on the fresh one. Did that Robert Trek, my nickname at that time. At the dates and I don't know why it's still there. I don't know why it's there. They painted everything, but they've left there.
Oh wow!
They could have gone over, but they've left it, so it's still there. So when I was like, bro.
I'm sure that's quite some feeling.
Yeah, it's 3 places hold like the most feeling for me. Obviously Bantama, Bremai, and Bukom Estate. Those 3 places, like a lot of nostalgia. When I'm passing, like, Charlie, all the things that happen in all the corners. You won't believe it.
These are the things that formed him and that makes him who he is today. Let's look at the 4th one. I mean, we've looked at 3 now. The fourth one. Tontonte.
Yeah, tontonte. So tontonte is all. It's still, we are still in that circle thing, right? So for every boy, there's a phase where, especially when you grow up around other boys that are older and what, there's a phase where the old people, the mothers and whatever, you are on your side when they are chastising your cousins and your older uncles for either drinking or smoking or going out all the time and then
living a certain life.
And you look at that life as very terrible.
Yeah.
And then there's a phase where you start to do like that's that.
They get to understand why they were doing that.
You start to do like the exact same thing and then you like, oh, I get it now. So tontonte is like, it's kind of like that, but it is built around the proverb tontonte no musani efajin, right?
Yeah.
It's growing up to realize that when your uncle or when your dad or when your elder brother will close from work and go and sit somewhere and drink with his friends before he comes home, it wasn't because he was a drunkard, but it was for the community of being able to sit there with people his own age, people who can relate and trade stories. You understand? Because you don't understand what it's like. And then you also get into that age and now finally understanding, because now also PBR.
Exactly.
But now Bowie, now Boko Kroko, now Bowie, now say, it's all now the Guineas Chow now. Say,
but you say, Chow mind educate.
Bro, you create no piano table and I say, to be able to say, oh, boy, Chow boy half create, but I say, oh, you want to one.
Minimum Quebo, or Jigu Ibim. I call about which I camera.
Left and right.
Both.
Yeah, how much you go at the before? I said,
I'm going to have a particular brand, but as a near yellow, as a punch, that kind of thing.
Two back where you beat my say,
exactly.
Oh, my chest. I'm
then. And I know we are to me at
yeah, so tontonte is also like just, you've grown up. No, some are preko catcher but na fe na me,
Yeah, interesting. Let's look at the very final one. I'm pretty sure it's been tough for you to actually choose the 5, but let's look at the last one.
Yeah, so Gold Dust. On Gold Dust, I am documenting, a very hard period in my life. It began hard and it became nice and it kind of, But I'm talking about 2020. It's a hard thing to talk about.
I know.
I
know. It's that's why you say it's difficult for you to listen to that track
it's
twice.
Difficult for me to. I think when people listen to it, they will understand. But basically, it's just the motions you go through as a father. During the period of childbirth. Let me put it that way. You understand? Because we know that the women suffer the most.
Yeah.
They actually go through the actual physical whatever pain, like the stress is on their body and throughout the whole period. But I'm also kind of documenting from
the father's
the POV
perspective
of, a young father, just going through that whole period when they are in the maternity ward and because some people allow you in there, some people don't.
Yeah.
And then and even when they allow you in there, just being in there and seeing like
exactly
just the stress of that, not knowing what will happen and everything. So that's what I document. And then meeting your children for the first time. And I feel like for everybody who thinks they understand love, who hasn't had a kid yet, they're going to understand that they had no idea what love is when they first see their kid. It changes everything. It changes your thoughts. It changes the way you deal.
Yeah.
With everything that in your life. It's like it gives you some sort of higher purpose. Yeah. I'm sure you
I'll tell you, I was just being patient listening to your story because I can relate. And I'll share the story. I mean, for my first kid, Darren, to say, you know, I was in the ward. Like, I mean, I think I'd gone to Sarkodie, a lung rapaholic in Accra. So I'd gone for the press launch and I was supposed to move the next day. So at dawn, my wife called me and says, the baby is kicking, like, you know, dilating and all that. So I go into a bus. Had to come to Kumasi.
Charlie.
When I came, she was at the Tech Hospital. We had already made reservations for a special ward and all that. So I had to be there in the ward. And, you know, at dawn, the nurses will come and check because she's going through pains. Like, I dilated by 2 centimeters. Then I'm like, Charlie, what is this? Need 2 centimeters. I didn't, you know, so till morning and nothing had happened. She had a bed, I had a bed. But I said, my bread demo. So I went to sleep in the car. For whatever reason, something kicked me. I'm like, no, let me get up. When I went, she was not in the ward. Like, she was not in that particular room.
And the panic in that moment.
And I was like, what is happening? So I quickly asked my honest, she's in the maternity ward. I'm like, in Tumbasami day, like, you have to be there. So I was there. I mean, I was there for my first son. I saw everything, like, you know, the pain, and had to hold my wife's hand and go through the process till the baby came in. And, you know, I could see everything.
And the blood and everything.
Oh, my gosh. Like, and you know, throughout the pain, I could hear all the things she was saying. But when the baby came, it became a different thing altogether. Yeah. So when you talk about that love that somebody feels at the sight of the baby or the child, it's a different thing altogether. Now, even in that same story you tell on Gold Dust, my second baby, I was on radio.
When they called you.
And I remember very clearly, I was on radio, I was hosting... one of the bosses from MTN Ghana were having a personality profile. And during commercial break, I saw my phone ringing. It was my wife. And I had known that she was getting closer. That morning, or I think at dawn, I told her that, listen, I need to take her to the hospital. She's like, no, I should go to work. She'll be fine. Now, they call me and she's like, the baby is here. I'm like, how? You're the only one at home. Apparently, she had called our friend who is a nurse, like a midwife. Yeah. And so she had come home to deliver her at home. And I had to buy some stuff because, you know, blood and all that. I had to buy some. So I had to cut short my interview. Like I told the woman sitting in front, like, Nanayao, to drive by the pharmacy, buy all the things, get home, see the baby, clear everything up, and immediately take her to the hospital because they have to follow the process. So I understand everything that you talk about on this particular song, and I'm sure for any parent who has also gone through that, they will really understand what it is with the song that's Gold Dust. The choice of a feature on that particular one.
Yeah, he's an incredible singer called T. I don't say well because it's fancy for T.
Yeah. So he's like
T. Yeah. Yes, like that. Charlie. The guy is just incredible. And I always knew I was going to make that song, right? For every album, I have certain songs that I know that, this song, I don't even know how, I have no idea how I want the beats to sound. I have no idea how, but I need a song like that, yeah. And then I went to a listening for Papa.
Okay.
You know, Papa did a listening for his project, and Tay came to perform. And before he performed, he did it on a guitar. He's like, he wrote some song before a friend of his, but the friend didn't like it. So now when he goes to perform at places, you know, he performs it. And as soon as he started, I'm like,
this is the guy.
That's the song. You know, that's it. So it's a song that he had already written. It's a love song about a girl. You know, and I had girls. So I just took that and I built it into this. Yeah.
Emotions all over. Let's move beyond that. For a lot of people, once the project drops, that's the end. But for creatives like yourself, the main work starts once the project is out now. Now the project is out. I know a lot of people will be looking forward to concerts and all that. What do you have for us?
Yeah, so for my brother's concert, second edition is definitely coming on 13th December.
Okay.
Yeah, in January, we are trying to do an exhibition, you know, where we have a lot of the things that are from the story, from the album, where people can come and see and even delve deeper into that. We are planning something next year. We want to call like an adult hour day.
Adult hour day.
Yeah,
Okay.
where basically we just have like games from back in the day, counters ball, that type things.
Oh.
We want to do like a counters ball tournament and let people come and show off their skills, your Kobola skills and
Wow.
things. Yeah, for next year as well. I don't know exactly when you put it out, right? But we're also doing like a small block party for selected fans in a Doom as well. Yeah.
Oh, in a June.
Yeah.
When are we looking at that?
8th November.
8th November.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we should be out. The album is out already. So
Yeah,
on
it's
the
out
8th,
already, yeah.
8th is definitely like how many days away? Like 4 days away.
Yeah, it's just like 4 days away. Yeah.
Oh, just this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just this Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. Interesting. Okay, so we definitely have this out. I'm sure they would actually be a part of that and get to experience. How do people connect for that one?
Yeah, so that one there, it's by invitation.
Okay.
So we've already invited. Like I wanted to. There are a group of fans who support me no matter what, and they are always complaining that I never do anything in Kumasi.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do this like especially with and for them.
Okay.
So we've already reached out to people. We are going to even send them the locations like 2 days to it because I know that some people will start. I sent a special invitation to some guy to come for a private listening, and then when I turned my head, the invitation was on the timeline.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, so we are just going to wait to keep it as close as possible because we want to. We don't want it to be so big that because I'm going to give them a performance, but after that I want to be able to like interact with each and every person, have a one-on-one.
So you want to have a very intimate session
super intimate with them.
That's something I was going to ask because, obviously, Kumasi is always asking, like, Kojo is our own, but
never
almost all the shows, either at Alliance Francaise, Accra or something. Yeah. So, and I hope this is not going to be just a one-off thing.
No. Next year, there are going to be a lot of intimate Kumasi pop-ups as well. But I am also thinking of like a huge... Because right now, last time I was in Bantama shooting a music video and everybody I'll meet, Kojo, so we definitely need to do,
like a street jam or something.
Street jam in Bantama. But I also need to do something in Doom as well. So for those that don't know, my mom is a Doom girl.
Okay.
So I Doom people claim me heavily as well. So I have to do something for them.
Yeah.
And then I have to do something in Bantama as well. So next year, for sure. Yeah.
So it means there's a lot coming up right after the release of the project. I mean, I know you do projects not thinking of awards and all that, but if this project could pick up an album, I mean a project could win an award, which one would you look at?
I love Songwriter of the Year. Yeah, I love that because I feel like out of all the stuff that they usually give, that is the one category that every time that they've given it, I've kind of like agreed, and I think it's not a voted for thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very technical category.
It's a technical, So I like that. I like Record of the Year as well. Like it's almost like you have the stamp of your peers and people that understand the craft saying that, Charlie, this guy, So those two definitely. If I get in there, I'll be super happy.
Kojo Q is my guest on BTM Afrika. And like we keep saying, if you like to advertise with us, you like to sponsor us, please make sure that you get in touch via email info@nydjlive.com or call us on 024-9908-580 and definitely we'll get in touch. We'll give you a very cool offer. Yeah, because my guys need to eat. They need to eat. We need to pay fees as well.
And our fees not lost. Yes, my mom famra. A big charm was simple. And our fees is it fees no. Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, as we wrap up, I'm sure there can never. This is something you hardly do, but there can never be a BTM Afrika interview done with new project out, and you don't give us, an a cappella of any of the songs. I don't know which one you would love to go.
I should pick one and give you.
Yes, just pick any of them. Any of them.
Okay. Mama me the grow. Or you need do coupe. Plenty grade a show. She the stress climb stairs cause her needs to go. BP they rise, and I have a need to show fruits of the shisi show. Nan the plan is so shane basuku na dachi be the banswa be shenu be, and so Q no fi find his feet. Brother and a wife to feed, wondering if this rich that thing serve. Sometimes might be. My mommy they grow and saying we can be many need a go. Wonder how she feels to know that I still know be close to paying her back and giving her what she wants or for more. When you've taken plenty shots and still put nothing on the scoreboard, wonder who you disappoint more, your mommy or your wife. Should I might have to tell you all the story of my life. Yeah, so
Q, and I think that's track one, right?
Yeah, that's track one.
That's track one.
Yeah,
Fruit of the Womb. Beautiful song on there, guys. The project is out, so just make sure that you go check it out on all the streaming platforms. Let's get album to where it's supposed to be. Let everybody hear about this, and let's support the brother Q. Before you go, what would you tell Ghana? What would you tell the world?
Charlie, we thank them for always supporting us. We're trying our best to document the times with our music. We're trying our best to put our hearts in the music as well. Whatever advice, whatever criticism they have, for me is always welcome. But whilst they are doing that, they should also throw all the support that they can behind it, because that's also very necessary for us. And to all the people that love to watch BTM Afrika, Charlie, we there for you. Tell your friends to also come and watch. Help us grow beyond and beyond and beyond. I'm for adverts,
very necessary. Very necessary.
Charlie.
Q, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me, bro.
BTM
as
Afrika,
always.
And I really appreciate it, guys. So there you have it, BTM Afrika. I'd like to say thank you very much to Vienna City in Kumasi for always hosting us. I mean, once you're coming to Kumasi, you need a place to relax. You want, your bed and breakfast, and even a very comfortable place. Just make sure you check out Vienna City here in Kumasi. My name is NY DJ. It's been a pleasure coming your way with BTM Afrika. And trust me, our next interview will be one that you also love, just like we always bring you the very exclusives. And thanks to the production team, everyone, for making things work. We are back, God willing, next week on the same channel. Have a fantastic day. Please drop your comments, leave your shouts, whatever it is you think we need to do as well to make this channel better. Please let us know. And possibly tell us who you want to see next on this channel, and that's going to happen. Thank you for watching.